What's up, pilots? Yeah, you see that? Doesn't look good, does it? Never looks good whenever you see the engine lid open. The hood is up, and surprisingly, I'm not overwhelmed with stress or anger or fury. I don't know. There's something to this seeing the future thing. I think some of y'all might actually dig that podcast. Definitely need this shit to work out better. I got this thing called bars, leaks, radiator. I keep looking over at the ass end of this thing. Radiator and, oh, that's fucking trippy. Beautiful yard. But it's like heater core and radiator stop leak. And it's Bars brand. Which it's funny that they changed it from 2 R's to 1 R. That's weird. Maybe that's a Mandela thing. I actually need to look into that. That's interesting. Traffic. Just fucking hit me. But if you do, make sure you kill me. I don't want to come back from this. I don't know if you should do it here, though. I know usually I try to be more upbeat, but I was literally pulling into the parking lot. Like, I parked right next to the building that I work at. I'm a delivery driver for undisclosed business. And me in all of my delightful glory. And my unbelievably, universally, quantumly interesting luck. Look at all them white hairs. There's even more now than there was before. But I got to enjoy, you can see my fat. I've located where it's leaking from, but it didn't do this until after I put the stop leak in there. Before it was a leak. Now it's like the system was clogged up and it was overpressurized, and it caused it to start spraying coolant on the side of my engine block. Because right as I parked, outside of work, smoke started rolling out from underneath my hood. So I now have a ruptured T-splitter. I think it's the upper radiator hose. I don't know. I think it is. It could be. It probably is. I don't know. I know it's right here on the top of the engine block, and I can see it. And I've located it. I know that in order to get to it, I've got to take this thing basically apart on the left side of the engine block. Let's see if I can turn this thing around. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay. There we go. So, took the cap off, making sure to get all the excess out of there, of that Bars shit, as much as I can. That is the fill line, that white line there, that's the fill line. By now, it should have already pulled some. It was just a small leak, a very small leak. And it would drip down onto the ground right there. See where, whoop, right here, see where that dot is and that dot is? It would drip out to where, about where those are. Because it was coming off the bottom right hand side, I guess the bottom left side, of my radiator. And because of the crack in the radiator. Not bad, you know, not a catastrophe. So long as I made sure to keep coolant in the thing, it was fine. I slipped up one day, and I overheated the system while running it for work, because I am constantly fucking busy. And it burned out my temperature gauge, so now my thermostat doesn't really know what the hell it's doing, because the coolant temp sensor is fucked up. And now you can kind of see it right down in there. See that little, oops, looks like a little T-split down there? That's where it's spraying from. It's spraying on the side of the engine block. I pulled over to a friend's house. I'm sitting outside of her house, or their house, because I'm friends with all of them. So But I'm sitting outside of their house in the shade, thankfully. I'm not going to say where. I'm just saying it's in the shade. I am right next to the fucking road, though, like I'm pretty much on it. So, but it is the shadiest spot in the entirety of the property, so this is lovely. It's nice, get a nice little breeze. I imagine there are mosquitoes out and about too, but they're probably going to come out later in the evening, so that's good. So, with luck, I'll get malaria and die rapidly, like within moments. Well, that's not the goal. That's morbid humor. I'm not. I don't know. Do you see the heart that I drew on my 4.7 liter V8 engine cover? Because I love my Jeep. I love my Jeep a lot, and I want to make sure that, you know, for stop leak, the rupture didn't happen until after I added that shit this morning. It didn't happen until then. If I'd have let it idle, I'd have found out that it would have done this shit pretty quick. I don't know. There we go. Welcome back. What I do know is that this is some shit I didn't need. Really fucking didn't. And I guess if you can help, I hate asking for help. If you can help me afford this goddamn travesty. I don't know how much the coolant temp. I think he said 36 for the coolant temp sensor. And if I have to get a whole new upper radiator hose, that's probably going to be like $80 by itself. Because the price of everything is going back up. It was already up high compared to what it usually was. Now it's going to go even higher. And fucking pray for me, because I am trying to get re-employed in the automotive industry in one capacity or another. And that would allow me to have access and a discount. I've already got 3 years in customer service with this stuff, and I've done all kinds of wily coyote sort of shit to get friends' cars up and running. I can do brakes and rotors, I can do headlights, batteries, I can change air filter, I can change oil filter, I can change your oil. I can make sure, I can damn near replace your radiator if I can get to the fucking thing. If I wanted to get the mine, I'd take apart the entire front of my Jeep, so that's fun. This thing has a Chrysler engine in it. That's who makes the engines for Jeeps, is Chrysler. They're good, don't get me wrong, but I haven't been able to afford the upkeep that I want to be able to actually have. Like, I need new brakes, I need new rotors. Some of the brakes are already warranted. I just need to get new ones for the front warranted. Rotors need to be warranted. Rear brakes themselves are warranted twice because I made a mistake. I fucked up. It's alright. That happens. I've just got 2 coverages. But I can do all kinds of shit to a car, but it requires money. And I'm so goddamn in debt. I owe my aunt rent and bills. I have loans out because I had to make sure that we could have food and pay bills at a time that was very difficult a few years ago. I'm still paying those fucking loans. I've got my shit in pawn. Sorry. I don't know. I'm optimistic. Somehow I'm going to keep a sunny disposition. I got down to my last $4, and I was going to get something to eat before work because we get a discount. That's not going to happen. That won't happen now. I'm back to being on foot. The only upside of that is now people can't ask me for a ride, but that also means that I can't work because I'm a delivery driver. And that's what I need to make money. That's how I make money. Well, running a bunch of people all over God's green earth for the last few years, being a good person, and how much money I've shelled out for the benefit of others and to keep them alive and happy and fed and safe and warm and not freezing out in the fucking cold and secured and confident in their lives. That ran me out of everything. So I don't want to say I'm defeated, but I am definitely broken. I'm holding myself together somehow. We're going to find out how. Barely fucking doing it. I constantly think about how nice it would be to be dead, or in a different reality entirely. And I don't want to promote that, but I will say that I definitely understand. All those white hairs, they're all from shit that's traumatized me so much that death seemed like the only fucking option to make all the pain and hurt and stress go away. So I don't want to put downer content on here, but I want you to see what I deal with. I want you to know how I feel. Why it is that I'm not able to constantly make content like I want to. I could make fucking 2 or 3 videos a day if I had the time, if I had the support, if I had my shit at a pawn. I could make you guys so much content you'd be sick of seeing me. You would hide half the shit that I post, just because you'd be tired of seeing me show up so goddamn much in your feed. I know, because I used to do it for food challenges and reviews back in the day. Yeah, I was a food YouTuber back in the day. Those were happier times. I didn't think I would look back on surströmming and balut and century eggs and durian and all that shit with nostalgia, but here we are. So that's good. Look at that noise. Well, yes, you are still leaking. Marvelous. Marvelous indeed. Of course it is. Let's see if I can get to the leak real quick. Normally I don't do long form content like this. Okay, you cooled down quite a bit. Where are you at? Is that it? That feels like it might be it right in there. That's just a node. Sorry, I mean to like put you like right up in my fucking nose. But you can really see them white hairs. Look at that. Alright, cool. So my eyebrows are all full of dandruff and shit. I got them old crazy man eyebrows. Look at my eyes today. They're like a greenish gray. That's baller as fuck. It's an interesting combination. My eyes fluctuate all kinds of colors, which is weird and anomalous, but hey, that's sort of life. Where's that fucking leak? Hey, shit. I get it. The side of the engine is hot. I understand. I'm fondling a hose right now. I'm not even getting anything out of this, except for dirty fingers and unsavory content that YouTube will not favor. How dare I make such an inappropriate joke to amuse all of you while I go through this stressful bullshit. If you want to support me, you can do so. Check out the description. If you can throw a few bucks my way, so that way I can try to afford this shit a little bit easier. I would love to avoid pawning my fucking laptop again immediately, because there is content that I'm trying to work on. Trying. It's going to make an Armored Core 4 answer video similar to the Armored Core 5 one that I made. Why I love it, why I hate it, what makes me happy, what makes me hard to cope with. So, that entire game makes me positively rigid with excitement and anticipation. Because Armored Core 4 answer is the shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Check the description. There's Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. You want to send me your vehicle, like this title and all, let me have it, so I can get the shit in my name, pay the tags on it, and get it insured so I can deliver. I'd be grateful. And I can work on my Jeep. When I get it done, I'll send it back to you. Owensboro, Kentucky P.O. Box. I don't have a P.O. Box, but regardless, though, I am grateful for all of you. Thank you. And the fact that I'm not absolutely fucking livid right now is interesting and also slightly concerning. So, be good. I love you. I'll see you out there.